guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to be doing a Gelx manicure. I'm going to be doing a very simple, clean aesthetic kind of nail. I've been very much into that. I'm going to be using one of my favorite Gelx systems. This is the BTARTBOX system, so that is what it looks like. Here is what the actual press on or extension looks like. I love and I am very much obsessed with this like peachy nude color on my skin tone. This is so beautiful. So we're gonna get into some prep. So I have everything laid out here for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and start getting into these cuticles. So I did my nails about 2 weeks ago, so my nails don't look too bad, but we definitely got some work to do. So let's jump into some prep. Let's get into these cuticles. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Hansen Instant Cuticle Remover, and I'm gonna go ahead and generously apply that all over my nails. Just a tip, I usually leave this on for about like 2 to 3 minutes. This allows everything to just glide off the nail instead of you having to put in, you know, a lot of elbow grease to remove everything. So I do that for 2 to 3 minutes, and then I go ahead and rub it in like I'm doing here. And then guys, here's my little secret. If you guys already have this like gel remover tool, I love to use the triangle side to like lift everything off the nail plate, y'all. It is so easy. Like, this has been a game changer for myself. It takes off everything in such a little time, and you guys already know, for the DIYers, like, this is, you know, a process in itself. So anything to like save a little time, we're here for. So here's a little tip for all my DIYers. Definitely, if you have this in your collection, utilize it. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of cleaning. I'm going to take an alcohol pad and go ahead and take off all that gunk that we lifted from the nail plates. So I'm just going to go ahead and take my time and wipe down all of my nails until they're completely matte. Now that we're nice and cleansed, we can move on to trimming some cuticles. So I'm gonna grab my cuticle nipper and I'm gonna go ahead and carefully trim off all that dead skin. Now please, if you guys are inexperienced at trimming your cuticle, you can just pass this step and just go ahead and do a little bit more of the instant cuticle remover, and you should be all good with taking off the remaining residue of the nail. Alright guys, let's get into some smoothing. I'm gonna go ahead and take a file and just smooth out the edges of my nails before I go ahead and rough them up. Now that the ridges of our nails are nice and smooth, we're gonna go ahead and grab our drill. Now again, this is optional. I'm just gonna go ahead and further clean up my cuticles. Now I'm taking a mini cylinder bit and I'm just gonna go ahead and go around my cuticles. I love that like Russian manicure look, so that's why I'm doing this. Again, this is optional. You do not have to do this. Woo! Look at how clean those nails look. I absolutely love how this looks. So now we're gonna get to roughing up the nails. So I'm just gonna take my hand file and I'm just gonna lightly buff over the surface of the nail, just making it a little rough and pretty much matte. Let's get into sizing. So the most important thing to know when doing these Gelx systems is that you want to make sure that the nails fit sidewalls to sidewalls, that they're not bigger or smaller. Now if you can't find your size, I would opt for a larger size and file down until it fits perfectly on your nail. You want to make sure that the extension fits perfectly around the nail so there's no resistance, so it can last that 3 to 4 week mark. So I'm grabbing my drill again, this is optional, and what I'm gonna do is sketch the inside. So I'm gonna draw on the inside to give it a little bit of texture. Now this again is gonna help with the adhesion process so that we get that full 3 to 4 week wear, and that's super important for my everyday kind of work life. So we're gonna go into a dehydrator. Whatever dehydrator you guys want to use, go ahead. I'll leave the products that I'm using down in the description bar. So you want to go ahead and put this all over your nails to make sure that there's no kind of oils, so that way the bonding process really adheres the extension. Jumping into primer, this is also a very important step to the adhesion process. So I am using the Kiara Sky dehydrator and primer. I didn't mention that. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply just a little bit of this. Be very thin, a very thin layer, guys. Very important to not overly flood the nail. That is not gonna make your nail last any longer. I'm gonna jump into the BTARTBOX Builder Gel, and I'm gonna go ahead and lay a thin layer over my natural nails before adhering the extensions to my nails with the same product. And we're going to cure that for 60 seconds. Jumping back into that builder gel, we're going to use that to adhere the extension. So I'm going to go ahead and put some gel right on the extension, just a light amount, and then whatever's remaining on the brush, we're going to glob that right into that pile of gel that's already on it. And then we're going to lightly push down until all of the gel flows to the top, and then we're going to flash cure that for 30 seconds. Here's what the extensions are looking like, very beautiful. So now I'm gonna jump into a different glue. I am gonna use the BTARTBOX Xcoated Gap Filler. Now this is a different kind of glue. It's more of a solid glue. I'm just gonna go in there with my little sharp blade tool, and I'm gonna go ahead and just glob this on the nail. Now this doesn't have to be perfect, you just have to have enough. And I use this because my nail, as you guys can see, my thumb is super flat, and these are very rounded on my nails, so there's always a gap, and I can't seem to get the regular glue to completely fill the nail. So this has made my life so much easier. I highly recommend this for beginners or anybody that has really flat nail beds and there's always a gap in your extension. This is amazing. After you've done all your flash curing, please make sure that you go ahead and put your hand in a lamp for 60 seconds so we make sure that everything is nice and cured and we don't get no allergic reactions. Very important, guys. So here's what the nails are looking like. Super beautiful. I'm grabbing my drill with that small ceramic bit, and I am sealing the cuticle and also cleaning up any spillage that may have leaked over when I was attaching the extension. Just making sure everything is really nice and clean, and I have this at a speed of 5,000 RPMs. Let's get into some filing. So I'm gonna go ahead and file off those little nibs at the end of the nail, and I'm gonna go ahead and smooth out the ends, well, the ridges of the nail, and make sure that the nail is nicely shaped. And I'm gonna do that for all 5 nails. Everything is looking neat and tidy thus far, so let's get into putting on builder gel. So this is the protective layer, or the adding of the strength to the nail. So you want to be very careful when applying this, because you want to make sure that it's an even and thin layer across, because with builder gel, if you go ahead and cure it, it can be lumpy at times if it's not even. So I have made that mistake, so do take your time and look at it from the sides. If it helps, it really helps. I'm not saying that I'm a nail tech, but that's what it's becoming, okay? And then you want to go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds, and then you want to go ahead and take that alcohol pad and just take off that sticky layer before we move on to polishing. And now if you want to go ahead and do design, this is your opportunity to do so. Otherwise, these are already pre-colored, so we can go ahead and add our top coat. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm taking the BTARTBOX Top Coat and applying that on all of my nails. This has a beautiful mirror-like shine, which I really enjoy. And again, it does keep my nails really protected for the 3 to 4 weeks that I do wear these nails. Here's my opportunity to clean up any spillage. I am taking an art brush with a little bit of alcohol and cleaning up any excess gel that might have spilled over. We're gonna go ahead and do a full 60-second cure, and I'm so glad I caught this nail set on camera because it's the best nail set I've ever done on myself. Just beautiful. My nails look gorgeous, but my hands look thirsty. So let's get into some cuticle oil. I'm gonna go ahead and put a generous amount all over my cuticles, and I'm gonna rub this in, and I'm gonna tell you guys, my hands are thanking me after, okay? So I rubbed them gently all over, and then I jumped into my hand cream. I've been loving this Fenty Skin hand cream, and let me tell you, it gives me such a beautiful hydration and shine to my skin. I love it. Guys, here's the detail shots. I love today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please go ahead and give me a huge thumbs up. Follow me on my other socials, and I'll catch you guys in one of the 2 videos at the end. See you there.